Welcome back to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans. I'm Jaybone. Next to me is my host. Dan, I can't do what Trent does, man. Oh. Oh, even Oreo's getting in on the action. What's up, everyone? Bill's to my left, your other right. Alicia's with me. We're down a few crew members. Oh, Oreo is just losing her mind. She's like, Daddy, you're raising your voice. This show is just going to be like all kinds of off the wall because I unfortunately missed the first about half of it. So I'm going to... What a scumbag! Yeah, I know. So, yeah. I don't think he's even going to show up tonight because we're going to get this done in such fast fashion, you guys. So how's everyone doing tonight? Let's get the plugs out of the way first. For those of you who don't know, we have a lovely new Patreon going that is usually run by someone who unfortunately is not here at the moment. Mark is usually in charge of all that, but he has been doing a knockout, may I say, job on it.
This is the good stuff.
Yes, and so absolutely join the Discord. That link should also be in the description of the video. Don't go by the one that the Twitch puts out. I wouldn't trust that one. But we did. I know Bill dropped one in the chat earlier. So if you're in the Twitch, you should get that. What's up with you guys? How are you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Nice.
A long, exhausting day.
Oh.
Sounds like most of the crew was long and exhausting today, but
yeah.
But that doesn't. You still got to watch Impact. Big night, huge night.
We made it there.
Yeah, we are on the road to Slammiversary, folks. Things are really starting to not necessarily come together, but just happen. You know, It's like things are really starting to come into place.
And good sign, trending, I believe, as high as number 6, they were saying during the watch along.
That's a great
for Impact. So good news.
It's a great sign.
Tail.
Yes. This is the Tail Show, and we talk a little wrestling.
Yes, of course, with all the little tails poking up. Right, Oreo? Yes, absolutely. So, all right, we're going to put you back up here so you're just lovely little girl out of the way. Okay, you're good. See, she was trying to eat me the entire watch along because I was grilling earlier, which is why I missed the first half, and apparently I still smell like chicken.
What you got to drink there, Jaybone?
Oh, I got a little Monster, you know.
Some energy.
A little liquid energy.
I thought it was
cocktail out, brother.
Oh, no, I'll have one later, maybe right before bed. But when I picked up my son and he grabbed something and threw it in a cart, and I didn't see it until we were checking out. Isn't that how kids usually are?
That's not how you handle your business. Calm down. Don't do this.
That's what I told him. No. Why are you throwing in this, stuff in the cart and not telling your papa? No, he threw in a new Mountain Dew. It's a new Bahh with like a yellow label.
I thought it might have been the watermelon one. I had that today.
No, this is another new one. That watermelon one is delicious though. I've had the zero. It's it's called Flash or something. It's a pineapple coconut dew.
Oh,
it's in a yellow can. It's really good.
I like the original traditional Mountain Dew flavor, and that's that.
Oh, I hear you. I did try this. I mean, my wife.
The Bahh Blast, when that went to Taco Bell, though, that was a game changer. Bahh Blast Zero.
I don't like it.
Oh, see, that's the bomb.com with it. Do the kids still say that one?
The bomb.com. No, but we're bringing it back.
I'll bring it back. All right. I'm going to bring it back with the box.
I don't know, Jaybone. Last time we heard about you bringing something.
Whose uncle is this? If the 80s don't come back and get their uncle for real.
Yeah, that's right. So
And I think we'll talk about it later. I think you were in the show tonight. I think you were.
Yeah. I think you were sweeping in the back there, Jaybone.
Call you the sweeper.
I was just sweeping the ladies off their feet. David William Clark with the sub. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate that. Just happened to catch that out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, you know, I talked to Scott, because I talk to Scott Demore once in a while. I was like, hey, is there anything you could have for a broken down old bone like me? And he's like, well, you know, we need a sweeper. So, you know, I hitchhiked.
A wig and a hat and have at it.
I put on the wig to, try to detract all the viewers. But hey,
Yes.
It looked like some people actually saw me there.
Yes, and I know Daniel. I've met him in New York at the shows. So thank you, Daniel.
That's funny. I actually thought it was Hodor from Game of Thrones at quick glance. I'm like, oh shit.
That's funny.
It wasn't, so obviously.
So
we'll get to it later, but just because it's said here, that may have been my line of the night there when Don called Tommy a Bruce Pritchard stooge.
Oh, that was great. That was
Bruce Pritchard stooge.
There were
on the way out.
All sorts of little up north references on this episode, including. We'll get into it later.
Yeah, we're gonna need a bite with a zoom in of a trash bag if you catch my drift.
I'm not sure how I was supposed to interpret that. We'll get to it later.
Yeah, well, we will get to that.
I have thoughts.
But I think I know your thoughts.
You've stepped over the line now. You've taken it too far.
Yeah. I could be wrong, though. I just might be like.
There were actually 2 references to the trash.
I guess it depends how it plays out at Slammiversary. We'll tell you what. We're not really going to know this for about a month on how to interpret what we saw tonight.
We'll see.
You know what it felt like, though? Remember when there were all those little hints to Eric Young? That's what that felt like.
Yeah, like when Swinger found the
cape.
mask.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, it was either a cape or a mask. Yeah, that's what that felt like. Only, I mean, it's the same thing but different. I mean, obviously, Mickey James isn't going to come out wearing it. You know what I mean? Never mind. I don't need to explain that.
I think you need to explain it, Jaybone.
I think it should be left as is.
All right.
You guys swing?
Yeah, thank you, John. Yeah, and where the hell is Swinger? We need him back. I'm just saying. But it makes me a little worried. Obviously, tonight's show, and you guys could talk more about this. Tonight was Daivari's last appearance on the show. Yes. I'd like to. I always say never assume, but I'd like to assume this is Daivari's last appearance because, for those of you who don't know, he has taken the producer job back up north there. Hey.
Wait. Should this be a segue? Do we do a little Jaybone's news to start this off?
I don't have any news, really. No.
Did you know Jaybone's news?
No.
Not even a little bit of news?
No.
All right.
Unless you have something. Well, there was some news dropped earlier today.
There was some news dropped earlier? You want to do it? Well, I say we do it, Jaybone. We give the people what they want here at TNI.
All right. Play the jingle.
We played it. We were playing the darn jingle. Jingle, 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 jingle. There we go. Here we go.
Jiminy Christmas.
And now, Jaybone's news with the one and only Jaybone. Tell to Jay.
Searching for my fake wrestling news.
There we go. Loving me my jingle. So a certain match was announced earlier today. Let's see. We head over here to the news section of One Impact Wrestling.
It's official.
.com. We have, as previously teased, they said they were going to announce it today. At what, noon today, I believe it came out? The news
today. First teased by the Iceman, so give him his due.
Yes, by the Iceman with all the scoops. Slammiversary 2021 is going to kick off with an X Division Championship. Oh, but not any old X Division Championship match. We're getting the Ultimate X match back. And these are the 6 participants. We have Trey Miguel, Ace Austin, Josh Alexander, of course, defending, Chris Bay, Rohit Raju, and Petey Williams. Your thoughts, crew?
Stellar cast. You look at Ace at the last Ultimate X, United We Stand. That was his coming out party. That's where he was a star. A star was born when he jumped off the top of the structure. So obviously big things for him. Then you got a lot of former champions in there.
Yeah.
You got, and then the guy that might have the most momentum, Trey Miguel. So you can't be wrong with a pick in that match. So that's going to be the perfect way to start this pay-per-view off with fans.
The most passion.
It's got the passion.
He's got the passion. The passion
you put a
of
crew
the
together
track.
like that, and you're just bound for a very entertaining match. And no matter who wins it, it's going to be great.
Yeah, and Trey, he has passion. You know, young boy.
I look like a young boy to you?
Do I look like a young boy?
Yeah, swinger. He'll know.
Right? He knows all about the. Oh wait, that sounded wrong. I apologize. So yeah, very very excited about that. Bell's boy. Did I miss something on the?
Well, there was the challenge was put out there. Chris Sabin. Well, we'll get into it as we go through it, but you know what? Impact did confirm it.
Oh,
so
here's
it's official because the main event's official. Well, should we say the main event first before we get into this?
Yeah, I'm literally just seeing this now. So let me get a little share screen-a-rooney up
Which
here.
is shocking to me because we're going to have to go through this on why this is happening because there's a big beef here that Moose has.
Well, this is the Sami Callihan, Kenny Omega news. This just dropped.
So we're already saying Don Callis is here because that's how it ends with him saying, I'm going to make you watch.
Yeah. So we know he's going to be there. Yeah. And I'm okay with that. You know, that's if this is his exit, I love how this is playing out. It's, in my opinion, in my professional podcasting opinion, I feel like this is being done very well because they've been slowly actually telling this story for a while now. All the little bits and pieces. I love how this is coming together.
Professional podcast opinion, Jaybone.
Yes.
Oh, good for you.
Well, thank you. So,
well, you noticing something about this graphic, Jaybone?
Oh, I already got rid of it. Oh, I'm still looking at it. What?
Well, you notice it's not Kenny with the TNA and Impact titles. It's just the Impact title.
Impact World Championship.
Yeah, so it's the unified belt. So who knows? Maybe that's a little tease that over the next couple weeks they will be won now. The TNA title might be gone, shall we say.
Yeah, I think so. Well, because they said they've been unified. It looks better for Kenny. It's more belts to walk around with.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, but obviously this was the match advertised coming out of Against All Odds, so we are getting that. But the big question is, and I'll say it again, I'm not going to stop saying it. He got in via disqualification, even though he was fired and rehired. It's still a by DQ. Yet Moose, who got the total Jacksonville screw job
here,
and we'll go over the segment now since it's very early in the show. But Chris Sabin returns tonight. He did get taken out by Moose, so he has reason to be upset with him. But he challenges Moose to a match at Slammiversary. And it's like we're watching it on the co-stream. We're like, well, why in the hell would Moose agree to a match at Slammiversary when he should be in the world title main event? But obviously he's not. And I can't wait for them to explain themselves out of this one.
See, now this is what I said to you earlier, Bill. I said there's been a lot of question as to whether Moose re-signed or not. There's been reports that he did. Then Moose flat out denied it on social media. Then more reports came out saying, no, he really did. It's like a few-year deal. Still nothing officially said, using my quote fingers there, officially said by by him or the company, which is fine, because not too many places always put that out there like, oh, so-and-so resigned. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I think it just depends on the situation. But now you look at this, and this honestly looks like the booking for someone who's on their way out of the company. And that's not a knock on Moose. I'm thinking like big picture wise, what do you guys think? Do you think that's what this looks like, or what do you think?
I try not to speculate because I just have no idea. It's like either way, it's like, I feel like Moose should have been given a shot a long time ago, and if he's leaving, it's a big bummer. Hopefully he's staying and everything's going to make sense and rectify itself, but we'll just have to see.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're right. The booking, because right now I can't make heads or tails or mooses out of it. So I don't know, because like I said, Sami's in the match via DQ. I just got to make that clear. That's how he got his shot. Slammiversary main event via DQ on weekly television.
You're really stuck on that, aren't you?
And Moose was totally screwed over by Generation Me, who didn't show up tonight. Either did the world champion, Kenny Omega. That's now twice. I'm counting, Kenny.
I'm keeping track, too.
Yeah, that's 2 times. You have not shown up, and you didn't show up tonight. So we'll see what happens next week. If this becomes another week of no Kenny, then, and maybe that's the whole Don storyline. That explains no Kenny. He took Kenny and went home. So that could be it. But Moose I can't imagine he's going to change what he did tonight and focus so much on Scott. Where's my deal? Like, so far, that's not been addressed. Sabin is going to swerve him off, caring about the one thing he's been focused on for the last year. Yeah, now, if you're right. If this was it goes back to his previous storyline going after the TNA legends, and Sabin fits that list. But I don't know. We'll see. It feels like Moose is still going to have to get connected. If not, Omega's door count. There you go.
I was going to say this earlier because
Omega's door. Yeah, we saw his placard.
Right, like Callis came out, and then Gio was like talking to him in front. That was in front of like Omega's dressing room, right?
Yeah, that's the way it went last time. It was like, well, he was in the room.
So. Of course he went. What do you mean Omega's not in his own dressing room?
Well, Scott put that on him when there was that first one where it's like, you gotta show up. You gotta show up.
Yeah.
Or wait, hold on, I gotta do it right.
Oh.
You gotta show up. You gotta show up, Kenny. Or you're gone. I'm telling Tony. You're gone.
We just need a Scott DeMore sound bite. He has to be here.
Yeah. Over Bill holding up the. Yeah.
So, but we'll see. Like this, it will feed into the speculation, even with more and more fake wrestling news outlets reporting that Moose is re-signed, and some of them usually know some stuff with Impact Wrestling. Yeah. So it's like it's being put out there, 2-year deal, stuff like that. But if it feels like another Moose, maybe it's just more of the AEW relationship, maybe New Japan. Maybe that's a big thing for Bound for Glory. Who knows? Because the only thing worse than Moose not being in the Slammiversary main event would be him not winning the Slammiversary main event.
Yeah, I don't know. Alicia, are you okay with Moose not being in the main event?
Not really.
Contract aside. That contract aside.
I'm a big fan of Sami Callihan. I'm really glad to see that he's back in the main title event.
I'm supporting Sami.
But like again, like I said before with the whole Moose thing, I feel like the trigger should have been pulled a while ago, and I just feel like he should be in the main event.
Yes, I was ready. I went Moose vest, Sammy shirt. I was ready to be doing a Don West, Mike Tenay high five, and part of and we did it on the throwback. But once again, dedicating the show to Don West. We wish all the best for Don. We know he has a tough bout, but Joe Doering did it. Don West can do it too, even though he's Joe Doering. And don't mess with Joe Doering.
or his nips.
That's right.
All right, so that pretty much covers what the first segment.
It does, but let's go into.
Oh, you should talk about the BTI stuff.
Yeah. Let's go into BTI first because we did have Iceman Intel, and the Iceman Intel was just really talking about the nobody's happy with that decision of the Sami firing, and we were going to get more of the Anthem rep coming in. So that was kind of just nothing really. It was just adding on to what we kind of already knew because he pretty much had his news. I think it was probably going to be that Ultimate X match. They took it from him. Impact. They outscooped the Iceman. So, and then we had, and you covered the match, so we're good on BTI.
Okay.
So that first segment was Moose at the door of Scott D'Amore. So we were going to get the whole. We kind of went through it, but that was the whole. You know. Hey, Scott.
I
want my total shot. I was like, oh, I don't think so, Moose. I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't have time for that.
I don't got time for you. Oh, you'll get time for me. And then.
Oh my god. What's happening here?
It's the return of the micro brawlers.
And what else are you going to use them for? This is awesome. I'm here for it. Putting content for the Patreon is little skits featuring the micro ballers. Doing the voices.
So obviously he goes out there. So he goes out there to hijack the show, Moose. That's how we start. He goes in the ring. Just once again, because Moose, he's Moose. Why wear a shirt?
Doing Moose stuff.
Because he's just like, I'm ripped. You guys can't mess with me. You get all the security jabrones in the ring, Winker and company. They get out of there. Well, they're around. They're all around. But it's more. Chris Sabin comes out of nowhere, and he throws his shoe. He pulls a Susan and throws his shoe at Moose. It's unbelievable.
Who throws his shoe? Honestly.
Yes, it's not good. It's not good. So, but once again, Sabin, he's fired up. He's like been dealt a bad hand at Swingers Palace. He is pissed off because Moose did take him out. So he's back. Sabin's ready to go. He's fired up, but he issues he says he'll fight him right there, right then. He wants the match right now.
Right now.
Right now. But that doesn't happen. So we get to, but he challenges him to a match at Slammiversary. That's kind of, we covered the rest in that.
Yeah. Truck saying, I'll donate my Ghostbusters toys. They could be special guests in the skits.
There we go. Well, you don't want to ever cross streams.
Oh,
except when we do the post show for like Against All Odds. We cross streams, Jaybone.
Oh God, that'd be hilarious. I don't know what I would donate to the. Oh, I've got a Brian Myers, I've got a Dreamer, and I've got a Raven. This could get really interesting.
It could get interesting.
And then let's see. Sometime in the mail, I'm going to be getting. He just passed away. New Jack.
New Jack. There you go.
New Jack, and then Brian Pillman.
Oh, there you go. But
so
Mir,
that would be interesting.
We did see a hell of a chair shot to the head by Sabin on Moose during this.
Oh,
He wasn't messing around. He came to play, man. He had a little too many at the old Swingers Palace. Mamarella needs to watch his intake, I think.
He had a Bahama Mama, heavy on the mama.
So I'm just fantasy booking this for, shits and giggles. Maybe he got upset with whatever hand he was dealt at Swingers Palace. He took out Johnny Swinger, and that's why Johnny Swinger hasn't been around.
Maybe. I tell you, I was missing the swing man. Feels like I haven't seen him in forever.
They're not the same.
Well, because he was at ringside with Hernandez for what?
Oh, they were in for the where all the guys were out.
The Iron Man match.
The Iron Man match. So that's the last time I think we saw Swinger.
And that's not too long ago. That's what, just a couple weeks ago? Okay, so he has been around.
And I want my pizzles back.
Hey, I want my Swinger back.
That's right.
So I'm not too worried. If we go like 2 more weeks without seeing him, I'm gonna worry. So.
Well, we got to see him on the road to Slammiversary.
Yeah,
the Palace will return.
Something. Well, and Bravo. I mean, it's all.
Yeah,
it's
we
all
need the Bravo, man.
Yeah.
John, capital letter E period Bravo.
Bravo
takes
That's
out.
Alicia's favorite guest.
My favorite guest.
Ooh.
I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry.
It's all good. No, it's
that too. I'll tell you the version of John E. Sorry,
Capital.
John Cap. I have to say it right, or he's gonna like haunt my dreams or something. John capital E period Bravo. That version that has been showing up at AAW in Chicago has been on fire. Oh my God.
Sure
Folks, if you're not watching AAW just for the John capital E period Bravo content, you're missing out. It's one of the reasons I'm just showing up all the time for it. Yes, Kitty Cat. It's not, but she's not Kitty Cat anymore. It's Ellie Catch, not Ellie Cat. Oh, he's probably talking about the Kitty Cat in
she went heel, right? Right?
Yeah, she is. She went complete badass. She's not just no comical gimmick whatsoever. It's great.
That's cool.
She had a banger of a match with Allison Kay.
Oh, and we'll see this because this was the Impact Plus moment of the week we see later. It was Chris Sabin and Bully Ray. Chris Sabin's world title win. So
yeah, that's very interesting. They don't show that one much, do they?
No, that was that wasn't a Twitch commercial break one. That was the actual Impact flashback. That was like on Access TV.
Oh, why are they doing that?
Well, but it makes sense on this one because of Chris Sabin. And who knows? Maybe that becomes a number 1 contenders match for who knows? Maybe that's Bound for Glory. I don't know. We'll see.
Because they've got 4 more weeks. I don't know. All right. Well, I preach patience, so I'm gonna eat my own cookies.
Well, and that's the thing. It's you never know the booking at Impact because who had on their bingo card Chris Sabin and Moose at Slammiversary? Anybody?
Not me.
Anybody?
No.
But I'm sure it'll be a good match. It's Moose and it's Chris Sabin.
Oh yeah, as far as having a match that honestly, just without knowing anything else besides what's been offered out there, Sabin versus Moose right off the bat could be Dark House match of the night. Just saying.
It could be. That could be the Savage Steamboat of this.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so what's after that segment?
Well, after that, we get Josh Alexander still looking like a little bit like beat up hamburger.
Hamburger?
Madman Fulton.
Where the hell is the makeup department for this company? I'm telling you. Gee, what? I'm not a makeup guy. Alicia, help me out with this.
I'm not that kind of a makeup person. I don't wear cover-up foundation, none of that.
Yeah, but let's just say you're planning for a night out with the man, and you're like, oh God, I just found let's just say I just found a zit. I found a zit that came out of nowhere, and you want to do what to cover it up? You're a woman. What do you do?
Nothing. Just deal with it, because that's
Just
what
let it
faces do
fly.
sometimes.
Well, Jaybone gets
sorry
his.
to disappoint. I might be the wrong woman to ask to represent other women in this situation.
It's better advice than Jaybone gets usually on his.
It's rare that it happens.
Personal things.
Do you got hair on your booty cheeks?
Oh. Thank you, Willie Mac. Okay. Well, I was expecting like some kind of cover up or oil of Olay.
Any of that stuff would actually make it worse. Like, just pop some toothpaste on that the night before and hope for the best. And if nothing, then voila, you just have a zit on your face. Like, if someone can't accept the fact that you just so happen to have a zit, like, that's pretty shallow.
Okay.
Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah, and there's a picture of the kid that had an unbelievable amount of zits back in the day. My God. He had so many zits, they had to take down the picture. Sorry, kid, you don't get a yearbook pick this year. You pizza face little bastard. All right. No, that didn't happen to me. I'm just kidding.
There, we got some advice here. Here you go, Jaybone.
Toothpaste over the zit, sleep on it. The next day it comes up. It comes off. My God, what are we freezing it with nitrous oxide? Jiminy Christmas.
Or if you're in a hurry, just dab it with some mouthwash. There's something in the property of it helps break it down.
Cue the music. I'm kidding. That Listerine works wonders, eh? All right.
You use it for everything.
Dirt.
Like Windex.
So spray it on. I like it.
Hey, you've seen the movie Lost Boys. He takes it. He's like, hey, how about some of this?
Jaybone, I hear there's like an old home remedy for this.
Yeah, extra virgin olive oil.
God. Bonus. Who is this bonus baby? Sandpaper. What in the?
Ooh. Well,
we'll do something. It will just even the playing field.
Some sadist ass shit.
Dear God.
God.
Why don't you just take? Never mind.
Masochistic.
My God. Yeah. All right.
Anyway,
but getting back to the match here.
Looking at the time here.
We continue.
Well, we get so it's Josh versus Madman, who has Ace, which is big in this match. But we do get some shenanigans. It looks like Ace is gonna maybe get the advantage here for Madman to maybe win this match. But he does not. Josh Alexander wins the match. But then all kinds of stuff start happening. We get the whole X division coming out. We get Petey, we get Trey, we get the return of Shira, who we did get. Was it in BTI? You know what? I missed it. There was a segment right after, because it was going in from the show. Ace Austin was backstage forming an alliance with Rohit, and he said he had something. Do you have an ace up your sleeve? And he's like, oh, I got something. So we find out it was Shira's return. And Shira looks like a monster here. Like he looks like how Fulton did a couple weeks ago. So who knows? Like Shira looked pretty good when he was there. Then he was off TV, surprisingly. But now he's back. So look out for Shearer. He could make a big impact pretty soon.
Do you think he's ever gonna stray away from Rohit Raju?
I think at some point they will. I think it makes, like, now because of tag teams and stuff like that, they do have a connection that they can use. And that is the question. I know Keith's saying it here. For a second, it looked like Shearer in the X division. When he was right next to Josh is a big boy. So it didn't look crazy to see them in a match. And if you're going Samoa Joe type days, Kurt Angle days in X division, you could. Who knows? Maybe like you trip over something and find gold with it. Maybe that's like, you wouldn't think it with Shearer, but it could. He's looked better in this run for sure. So get some fresh matchups. But right now, Rohit makes sense. Rohit's a great talker. So it's something that does make sense for Shearer right now.
It's interesting.
And obviously we know it's because they obviously are addressing that it was an Ultimate X earlier. And just, I'll point it out because it's a trend throughout the show. The backstage segment is almost like a creeper. It's someone slightly behind like a hallway. And like every backstage segment, there's like 3 or 4 of them are by this camera that's like sneaking around a corner. I don't think that's just the style they all of a sudden developed in this week. I have a feeling that's going to be revealed to be something.
Well, they've been doing a little bit of that lately. Like,
but it seemed intentional, like, because it was like slightly, you had a slight obstruction in your way. It's
right.
One thing to have the angle, but like, okay, you see everything. It was like slightly obstructed.
They had, well, remember when Callis was talking to the Good Brothers a couple weeks ago, and then they turned around and saw the camera and said, "Hey, you stooge, get out of here." You know, so I don't know if it's actually the peeping camera. Yeah, I don't know. It's different. I'm okay with it. It does look funny.
Yeah, like it takes some getting used to. So I guess if they do it every week, I'll get used to it. But I don't know. It felt like there was something else. Like one time, it's like, okay, ignore it. But then, like when it was like the 3rd segment in a row that seemed to be doing it, it's like, okay, something's up with this style. So we'll see if it. But
it feels, honestly, it feels a little more organic to me.
It could, and that could be a choice that it could come off that way.
Especially when there's like something going on and maybe that we're not supposed to see, like something.
And that's where I think this is also if we're not supposed to see.
Yeah,
I think that's what they're trying to get at. Yeah. But it's not. I always
isn't Odark because he's also owes my money.
Because people want it, man.
The Lion. They do. Thank you, Bill. I just saw that. All right, so
yeah, so well that's the thing, because it goes right into this to another. It's Deanna with Kimber and Susan, and saying like Kimber's kind of like, oh, like it's not working, like it hasn't worked for a couple weeks, and then Deanna's like, it hasn't worked for months. What's going on with you two? So she says she doesn't need them. Bye. She's like, Deanna's gone. She's done with them. She gives them the hand. He's like, goodbye.
Okay, I'm playing the segment right now.
So yeah, this one's already gone. Are you gonna get crazy, Jaybone? You're gonna start doing some Twitter video grabs?
No, I'm looking at the results thing, and I'm just kind of following along here.
Okay.
So
now we have a separation. The Deanna stable, if you will, is no mo.
I didn't see this coming.
Well, you could see, like, she wasn't always coming out with them, but then she's just started back, like, in the last week or two. It seemed like they were back out, but they were separated for a while.
It's been building to this.
It's about time. Time to move forward with that storyline and figure out what you're going to do with Deanna and what you're going to do with Kimberly and Susan.
And going over one of the matches advertised for next week, Deanna versus Susan. And got to remember, Su Yung is who dethroned her.
This is true. Could this also be a potential for Kimberly to step into that position and snipe that belt out of her hands?
If you're one of the believers that Kimberly has been held back or not getting to where she could go to, I think it's the same thing like when Havoc. I think you're going to see it here with Kimber. I think this is going to be her chance. This is now her, if you want to call it audition, to get higher on the card. Yeah. She's been doing the work rate, but now it's going to be the character development that we see with Kimber. And that's the thing. Is it a different? Is it a slightly different version of the character now?
Could be. Might even see a potential return of Su Yung, and we'll see a different side of Kimberly due to that.
Think we could see both.
Maybe there's a team up happening. Since obviously Kimber and Deanna considered Kimber and Susan being a package split. I don't know. It's exciting. They're gonna do something cool with this. I have a good feeling about it.
Yeah, and I've been waiting for this for a long time because we talked about this ever since they originally put Kimberly with Deanna, and I was like, she's gonna just stick around with her until the time is right.
Yes. Although the last line, Jaybone, Susan, when Deanna says, like, I'm done with you and leaves, Susan gives the line of the night. That Deanna, a millennial degenerate.
Two very different. So I just watched the segment back. Two very different reactions. Susan's very off-kiltered, very, huffy puffy and Karen-like. And Kimberly's very hurt, like visibly hurt. Like this is like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
So two different reactions. It's going to be interesting to see what exactly comes out of this.
Agreed. Because it could go like who knows? We might see Su Yung return. We could see Kimber, but the whole question is, do you see Deanna actually possibly dropping the title? Like to me, it feels eventually, but is eventually bound for glory, or could it be Slammiversary? She still has that Triple Mania in August.
Yeah, it's a tough call.
So we'll see, and we still have Iceman Intel. It was good. Still MIA Taylor Wilde. So I know I was like, because she had the big push. She was spearheaded towards a collision with Deanna. And I thought that might happen at Slammiversary. I guess she missed those tapings. So I guess that's just totally on the back burner right now. Because I thought maybe she would come in sometime around now, but that we didn't see her today. I almost don't think we see her until probably Slammiversary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something must have happened. I haven't heard anything, and and usually she's been pretty open on her podcast from what I'm hearing. So maybe listen to that for any tips on what happened to her. I don't know. But honestly, and look, this is nothing against Taylor Wilde, but we've seen it how many times before. Some veteran comes back and gets thrown right at the champ. And it's like, no, I'm tired of seeing that. We got to stop doing that. Like, where's the build? Where's this?
Tired, yeah.
They're good at storytelling. It's like, I don't want to see just lazy booking for the sake of lazy booking.
Yeah, how you wouldn't have a professional podcast if you didn't have that.
Yeah. And once in a while, it's okay. Some monster comes in, monster heel comes in, has to go against a babyface champ. That's old school. I've seen that a million times when I was a kid. How many times did that happen to Hulk Hogan? I'm used to that. That's fine, but I'd rather see the storytelling.
Yeah, and speaking of that, because if that's kind of something you're talking about, the next segment is a guy that you could almost warrant that with, in my mind. And that's W. Morrissey, who, kudos to our friend of the show. Mean, do it, Jaybone.
Woo! By God, Gia Miller.
That's right. And her interview of W. Morrissey, who I think people are even saying it, her arm has to be killing her
I
doing
was
this
just
interview.
gonna say that. I'm
Because
like, her poor
he
arm.
is-
She's
say the line, Jaybone. How tall is he, Jaybone?
he's 7 feet tall, and you can't teach that.
And he looks every bit of 7 feet tall in this interview. And she is just like, oh, out. Like, if this was a boxing card, it'd be like Gia Miller reach. Just barely able to get to W. Morrissey's lips. Because he once again, he gives another good promo. He's hit all these promos out of the park. And that's a guy, I was saying it after Against All Odds. If you did hotshot him into the title picture, I think it would be warranted. He's coming off like a star. There's nothing yet that hasn't been star-like in W. Morrissey's presentation so far. And he once again talks about Rich Swann and Willie Mack being friends. He talks about the whole friends thing. Nobody's your friend. You see what happens to people with friends. And it's like Rich Swann didn't go so well. Everybody, like, nothing goes well for these people and their friends in the business. So just forget your friends. Because if you try to lean on these friends, this is what they'll do to you.
They laughed, and they laughed, and they laughed, and they laughed.
I can't help but snickering.
Don't you laugh, Jaybone.
I know.
He'll get you. He'll get you.
I'm going to hell. Or something. See, and then I thought that was going to go right into but I have a friend.
Well, that's where they're still leaning. Like, it's a lot of people think like some of these are taking shots at that friend. Some of these promos, which maybe, but maybe not. So that does leave kind of that little bit to maybe utilize him at some point. But right now, I wouldn't touch him right now. Like because he doesn't need it. I think that would take away from what he's doing right now.
It would. I'd like to see it at some point just because I'm a fan of the character, and I understand not everybody is. But I think it had, not that he needs to help, but I think it could help. But yeah, look, Morrissey's knocking it out of the park. No, I don't want to take anything away from him.
So it could be.
Yeah.
But so we had that segment, and then we go into the match, and it's the debut of one Steve Maclin.
Yeah, and I did see part of this. He looked great. He really
like it was
did.
quick to the point.
Yeah.
Now, Alicia, have you seen Steve Maclin before? Because he is
No.
a Jersey guy,
No.
Rutherford, North Jersey. But I did see him at a recent indie show, but he didn't wrestle. He just appeared in the main event at a GSW show where Hammerstone was world champion. He came to challenge him for like a card in August. So I know Sting, some other people, they were kind of talking like he's got like a Punisher vibe. Like they talk about his military, but he's very like he's Marine to the point. It's like just tough.
I get it.
And then
it's
his opponent, a Trey Miguel student, Jason Page. So like Sam Beal. Oh, and you know what? I didn't hit on this. During the Jake something match with Davari, who's in the stands? Sam Beal and Brian Myers. Taking notes. And then at the end, they attack him. So once again, this is from the same development of Sam Beal. But Steve Maclin, he looked like a legit guy. Different than like a W. Morrissey, who's just like big, intimidating, legit. Like he's a tough guy.
Quiet, brooding type.
Yeah, he's a tough guy that will beat your ass.
Man's man.
Drinks to Jameson. You're right. You're right. That could be his thing. Man's man gimmick.
Here's I'm looking at
And
this.
Also, maybe the first ever debut where they also had a T-shirt for like a Shop Impact shirt right there. Maclin shirt.
That's cool.
Here it is right here. bringing up the tab right now. The Steve Maclin official Impact T-shirt. Look at that.
There you go.
I
Maclin,
like
baby.
it. It does feel Punisher-esque. I don't want to say that's copying the Punisher. I'm not gonna be that
Yeah,
guy.
a skull.
Yeah, I like it though. It's tough. It's badass. It's simple. I dig it.
And that's the thing. I think that's a lot of it. Like people were saying, like, because he's just very standard trunks. Like he's not pizzazz in showing you these other things that he's just. I'm a badass. That's my character.
Right.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. You know, I know some people are going to be like, well, what's the gimmick? Okay, not everybody needs a big freaking gimmick. You know, he doesn't need to come out with a moose-ish robe. He doesn't need to come out with some, flashy jackal like, heel manager, whatever. No, it's Maclin. Not even a full name, just Maclin.
Just Maclin. And I guess we don't know after this, but I know we talked about this at after Against All Odds. Where do we see Maclin? Like, who could he feud with? Any early ideas?
My first guess would be Eddie Edwards, but he's it's not announced yet, but it will be soon, I'm assuming, because Kojima won the match against Rhino.
Yeah, so the question is, do we get that? Yeah, it sounds like we get that tag match next week. So then we're 3 weeks away from Slammiversary. And like I said, the news that he will be wrestling for WrestlePro with Kevin Matthews promotion the week after Slammiversary. And he's been making all kinds of tweets saying, like, I'm ready. So I think he's wrestling at Slammiversary. I think that's pretty secured. So somehow through magic, or maybe this happened like the last day or the day after tapings, he might be on this whole run. It might be like we never missed Eddie Edwards, just luck of the schedule.
Yeah, that's true. Daniel William Clark says right here in the comments, he says Goldberg, Lashley, Rusev, Cesaro, Maclin. Sometimes the last name is all they need. It's true. Simple, to the point.
Yeah, it's better to be known by your last name than your first name.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes having two names is like overkill.
Unless you're Jaybone.
Yeah, Jaybone.
Exactly.
So yeah, this match I did see. I did enjoy it. It was he just looked like a badass. I loved it. Great debut. What'd you think, Alicia?
Yeah, I was impressed. I mean, good showing for his first time on Impact. Looking forward to see what comes about with his run with us.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna get someone by his side though, with the tease of the Forgotten?
I don't know. It's always a possibility, especially when those contracts are up. I'm sure Impact's going to get their hands on a couple of them. We were plenty surprised last year. Why not?
Yeah, and I know Jaybone, you even mentioned it, like when he was doing those YouTube videos that they were showing with the Jameson, very reminiscent of those Slammiversary commercials last year with the whiskey glasses. And remember the multiple hands going in together. I know we got multiple people at Slammiversary, but did we technically ever get a group all together like that? Where like maybe EC3, maybe Eric Young, they're going to make this big faction. And Violent by Design came with that. But could Steve Maclin be kind of part of that? Could he be part of a group? Maybe you're right. Like maybe he could bring a old friend or two, or join up with some others in the promotion, because somebody's got to be the foil to Violent by Design at some point.
Something's going to build up.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that. He's still, he's brand new. We're still figuring out who he is. We are going to be for a while. Right now, we just know he's like some kind of badass that drinks Jameson. And that's
right.
fine.
And he is a badass that drinks Jameson.
Yeah.
Hey, Jameson, show us some of those dollars, and we'll put you on the ring mat too. We'll do it all for you. Sponsor Slammiversary, Jameson.
Yeah, I'll even take an elbow drop from a bottle of Jameson.
Thanks for the bits, L Punk Trace, and anyone joining us. I got a good crowd in here. Hit that like button, do the notifications, follow Twitch, YouTube, sub. Hey, Amazon Prime, do it for free. So appreciate you all here. But we go back to that we call the peep cam. Sounds a little dirty there, but it's not. So we catch Jordan and Rachel talking to each other. Once again, Rachel, I know I'll do it for Trent. She's gonna turn heel. She's gonna turn no Trent. She's not turning heel. But they're a little more cordial to each other. Like Jordan is listening somewhat. So we'll see. It seems like obviously after Against All Odds, it seemed like Jordan was done with her. But at least she's entertaining the idea. Lakers here. The bone cam. Jaybone.
The bone cam. Wait,
Copyright infringement.
Are you calling me a peeper? What? Jaybone is not a peeper. If I'm gonna spy on you, you're gonna know I'm spying. Wait,
I have seen that penis.
So it goes from that to we go back to Mean Gia Miller again. And she is with Don. She gets Don. She actually knocks on a door and gets, well, this is the Kenny Omega door. And so that's our Kenny Omega appearance of the night.
Yes. He's in there.
He's in there. But Don Callis comes and Gia's asking him the hard-hitting questions about what's going on with Scott, and that they have different skill sets, that siblings have fights. But that Scott, he's definitely playing into the Scott's too emotional. And he's attached to the talent too much. So if you want to look at it as he's like, if you're talking in like professional sports, he's like a player's coach, Coach D'Amore. He's not thinking like the executive. He's thinking for the boys and girls in the back. So he's drawing a line there, Don, between the two. Is kind of the point he's getting across here with Gia. But once again, Don delivers good promo because that's what Don does. Very good on the mic. So you definitely see what's building up here, and that that he says they've talked about firing Sami. He saved them 1,000 times because he should have been fired years ago, and he isn't worried about this Anthem executive coming.
Yeah,
and then we go into so then we go into another match, and it's Tenille Dashwood, who's been on fire recently with Kaleb with Decay, against Rachael Ellering.
I want to hear Alicia's thoughts on this one.
Where do I start? I like this match. Again, we're getting a lot out of Tenille lately, and that's been a nice relief. As far as the storyline they're impending with Jordan Grace there, I'm still confused. It's like a did she or didn't she, and who's gonna stab who in the back kind of situation. I don't know.
Now, Jaybone, I noticed you made an observation because about Tenille.
Yeah. She's well, number one, looks like she had some new gear on. And she looked great. And the stuff with Kaleb
wait, hold on. We have a special guest. I think he heard about a little who's turning heel, and he wanted to give us an opinion.
Oh yeah, this could be. Should we bring him in, Bill?
Oh, we brought him in. Welcome to the party, pal.
Trent,
you're on.
No, he's not.
You're here. Trust us.
What?
No, you're We see you.
Is this a joke?
Which one's Trent?
Neither. He's not here. What's going on? What?
Now you're here. You were here. Now you're flipping around. Jaybone's getting all. All right, we'll pop you out.
Maybe I think my Wi-Fi went wonky for a split second.
Okay. So that was Trent.
I could see you. Could you guys not see him?
No, I could see him.
Could Alicia, could you not see him?
Oh, you never saw Trent?
No, you
or
never
heard him.
popped up. That's why I was
that's
like,
weird.
what the fuck are you two talking about?
Oh.
If anyone here has seen
I wasn't
Trent.
Playing, like, for real.
That's funny. That is funny. Okay.
You do the honors, Jaybone. It's not my responsibility.
Okay, we'll try this. We'll try this again. We're trying it again. There he is.
Now I can actually see myself in the screen. I don't know who
You're from the
Tenille.
mean
I
streets.
didn't watch, man. I'm useless today. I had a summer night. I think Alicia would appreciate this more than you and Bill would. Alicia, I took the night off. Went and got some Mexican food. Went in my pool. Took a swim. Hung out. Just stayed outside. It's a beautiful summer day. No way for me.
Wait. Did you say Mexican food?
I have the runs.
It's about that time. It was a couple hours ago, so it's about that time. So we're getting there. But I am outside. I'm enjoying the summer night. I'll catch up on Impact later. But yeah, needed to skip today, guys. This wasn't feeling.
Yeah, a little hooky, a little hooky. Nice summer day.
Pool. I got a pool. I was in the pool. It was great. It was night swimming. It was awesome.
Self-care, buddy.
That's right. I needed a self-care day.
Well, the people want to know,
show?
did that result in getting the bell back?
No, Bell is still in her possession, man. No Bell for me. I'll figure something out. I did ask about it today, though. I did say, I said, I need my goddamn Bell back, woman. She's like, what did the people say? That's what she said. So she's like, what did the people say? So I guess I'm going to put it to the people. You guys are going to have to vote on this whole thing. Like, what did the people say? What do they actually want?
Yeah,
So
was
they
there a
want
final tally? I don't know. We should get some type of official poll on it.
So
yeah, I don't know what the final tally is.
Are we going to get a bell on a pole match at Slammiversary?
Yeah, maybe they'll hang it from the X Division X, I guess. You can do that. But
ring-a-ding-a-ding.
I'd pay to see it. Put it on the pay-per-view.
Well, the people right here, they're wanting the bell.
Yeah, okay.
Although Truck's getting a little feisty.
Is he? What's he saying?
No passion.
No passion.
He's saying he's calling you Trey Miguel. You don't have the passion.
Man, I'm looking at these comments right now. Trent tacos. I don't know what I'm saying. Tell Trent to show up more than Kyle. I mean, Kyle doesn't show up at all, barely. But no, yeah, I'm gonna go watch the show now. I guess was it worth watching? Was it good?
It's a good show. There's a lot of stuff that happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's monumental things that happen on this show.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Does
The
it
road
go
to
on the
Slammiversary.
app right away? Does it go on the app right away?
I believe it does. That's what I hear. That's what the kids tell me.
Let me try logging in.
Let's see what everybody says. Truck's saying he'll send me a cowbell. I'll take the cowbell. That'd be cool.
Oh, I don't know. We could become an SNL skit very quickly with cowbell.
More cowbell?
Critical Sting saying it does go up right away. So, Armand saying Bison has more passion than Trent. So, somebody cut Bison, cut Armand's mic, cut him out of the chat right now. He's out of here. The Bison feud, the feud of Bison continues. But yeah, does it go up on the app then? Are you checking, Jay? So I just want to know because I'm going to leave and I'm going to go let you guys do your thing.
Impact Plus, only $7.99 a month.
It is up if you go and I just clicked on it. It is there.
All right.
Tonight's show.
No cowbell. Ref Daniel Spencer calling it right down the middle. It's copyrighted.
All right, deal. All right, y'all. Well, how far did you guys get in the show? You're about an hour and a half in.
We're mowing through it right now.
Yeah.
We're at Rachael Ellering and Tenille. So once we're at the main event match and then the final segment.
All right, cool. Oh, cool. You guys are making it under 2 hour crew right here, like Alicia said.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys, enjoy the
When,
show.
when you get done with it, hit me up later. I might be up. We'll
Okay.
talk. You said you wanted to talk about something, so we can talk out.
Yes, for sure. Definitely hit you up in a couple hours or so.
If
All right,
if I don't get back to you, you know I'm passed out. But
yeah,
either way.
right on. Oh man, look at Daniel Spencer taking shots, saying you guys actually stay on track without me. Well, you know what? I guess I know where I'm not wanted.
Well, you know what? You know what? We haven't seen our good friend Ingrid lately. So Daniel, he's taken up the mantle. I think the Impact mantle.
I think Ingrid hates the show now. I think she truly hates the show. I think she definitely. There was a debacle. People didn't catch it on Twitter a couple weeks ago, and ever since then, Ingrid's just thumbs down. No more thumbs up, thumbs down on the show.
Thumbs down.
Purely a thumb on the show. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go watch it. But enjoy. I'll talk to you guys later on.
All right, take care, brother. Have fun.
All right, later, everybody.
See ya.
Later. There we go.
Oh,
We got a wild
Trent.
Trent in his natural habitat.
The natural Chi-town habitat, yes.
So, I guess getting back. Well, I guess where do we leave that, Jaybone? I think you were discussing Tenille.
Oh yeah, and by the way, Bell's boy, no, I'm not firing Trent. I don't have that kind of power. Nor would I mean he would really have to piss me off. He would really have.
How about if who knows? Maybe an Anthem executive representative would have to come down.
Oof, we're not that big, but hey, thanks. Thanks. Well, I'd have to go above Scott's head. I don't think Scott would that would really damage Scott D'Amours and my friendship if I did something like that.
Yeah. Well, there's always Pastamania.
Pastamania. We'll always have Pastamania. Thanks for coming, Trent. But yeah, Tenille Dashwood, she looked good here. I gotta say, I don't know what it is. If it's just
she's looked good for a while.
She's on a roll. She's on a roll. I have been impressed, and the stuff with Kaleb's working. I love the teamwork, and her and Rachael had a great match, and she just looked great.
Definitely an assist. I was a big fan of him. I think he's done this once before, where he brought out the big light.
Oh yeah, the ring light.
The ring light, and it's like, oh, there's Rachael. She's gone. Eyes, deer in the headlights.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. That's classic heel right there.
Yeah.
Although
they work so well together.
Yeah, although I don't know. I think a crowd may appreciate Tenille's work too much. I think she's probably more of a tweener right now than a full heel, but very heel tactics. The model Rick Martel would be proud.
Oh, the model. I miss the model. What's he up to?
I don't know. But has some arrogance.
Is he I hate to ask this, is he still around or did
I believe he's still around. Don't break that news to me, Jaybone.
Oh, okay. I just you lose track of people. Sometimes you're just not sure what's happening. I heard there was some bad news with Beefcake today. Something about him with some health issues or something. I hope he's all right. So I was like, oh man.
Yes, wish the best to the wrestling community out there.
Yes. Here's to Trent. I took note of all the haterade comments while I was on. Who's drinking that haterade?
Can't have that.
Where's my red? Oh, here we go. Speaking of haterade.
He's going to get something. Well, you don't want our buddy Trent to treat you like he does.
I really dislike you as a human being and as everything you stand for. Please, you upset me.
There we go.
What do you got there, Jaybone?
We got the red cap.
The red cap.
Yeah, L to the I to the. It's representing the L to the I to the M to the P. Limp Bizkit in the house, like Fred Durst.
Oh my goodness! He's wearing a mock shirt.
The miggity Mac.
Fred Dursting.
Oh my god.
Jaybone.
I did it all for the. I did it all for the nookie.
I don't know what else to say, Jaybone.
Okay, Boomer.
Every time I think Fred Durst, I think a chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water.
Oh,
that's his album, right?
It's one of their best releases.
I hated Limp Bizkit.
Oh, Daniel Spencer putting a challenge out here.
Uh-oh.
Trent gets back the bell when I get the blue tick on Twitter.
Oh.
Now, I don't know, Daniel. I got to look. Do the other officials have it? Does Toll or Hebner have it? I don't know. They might. I don't know. I know there was that phase a while back where like a lot of Impact got it within like a week or two. It was heavy. Oh, look at this. Trent going back, saying, "Oh, that's never going to happen." Oh, no, come on. All right, just Hebner.
That's funny.
Look at him. He's got a T-shirt. Buy his T-shirt. ProWrestlingTees.com.
It's a great T-shirt.
It is a great T-shirt. Support the zebras. Zebras need love too. Come on.
Yes. Oh, Daniel William Clark here with the info. Rick Martel is now 65. Birthday was in March, and it looks like he's on Twitter too. Oh, all right. I will have to look up the model.
Oh. So don't be messing with Limp Bizkit here. Lakers will come after you.
Yeah.
You don't want an angry Lakers.
Oh, I love me some Limp Bizkit. I love all this stuff. So
we go
Tenille,
from that. Oh yeah, Tenille gets the win from that assist with that big light. Then we go to maybe one of the greatest segments ever. And it's Fire and Flava backstage saying like they go up to a guy that looks very familiar.
It's like me with a wig. It's crazy.
It is like Jaybone with a wig. And it's like, they're like, who's the best tag team around? Like, who's the best knockout tag team champions of all time? And the guy's like, I just started today. It was very...
It was Jay.
Oh, it was totally, which was, he's all... He's just wide-eyed, like scared. What are these two girls doing? I don't even know who they are. What? I just started here. Somebody call HR.
So they're like, all right, good. They're like, go away. And then they find another guy rolling a trash tote.
Is that what that's called? A trash tote?
A tote, yes.
A tote.
So he's pushing that, so they stop him. And they're like, hey, you. Who's the best tag team around? And he's fumbling his words. He's like, So they're like, oh, stop it. So then Rosemary comes in. And they're like, what are you doing here? And it's like they all start freaking out. And then she's just being Rosemary, talking about the Hive. Then obviously Havoc comes into the picture behind. And poor Kiera turns around and is like, oh, this keeps happening. Why does this keep happening? Then Tasha gets thrown up against the wall. And Kiera, they do a little twisty flippy into the trash toad.
Twisty.
It was like Jen Me all over again. And they throw her in there. And then obviously they leave. But then
Jen Me.
Then Kiera.
Did that happen to them? Did they get thrown into the trash or something?
No,
probably
by every legitimate wrestling company.
Or are you just like figuratively speaking of their booking?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh,
I'm talking about the spot monkeyism. Come on, man.
Oh,
now, so we see Trent and Bison in the same place at the same time. Look at
Whoa! It's a bison.
It's a wild bison.
It's a wild bison. Nice.
But so when they're looking after Kiera starts getting up, she's like, "What's this in the trash?"
Oh.
And then she pulls it out, the trash bag with duct tape that says Mickey. Now this is we touched on it at the beginning of the show. Alicia, let's go to you on this. What are your thoughts on this segment Very funny, very Jaybone-centric funniness to begin with, but ends with, is it a joke? Is it a in-joke because something's about to happen? Or is it a shot? What do you think?
I don't know if it's a joke. This is touchy. This is so touchy. I don't want it to be a shot at Mickie James, but it felt like a shot.
So you think it might be a shot? Because I think a lot of people are also thinking it means she's back.
I'm just going off of what I've heard down the grapevine about her working with her husband in that other company.
Yeah, so and that's committed to produce a pay-per-view, a one-off pay-per-view.
Produce, yeah.
Okay, ooh, I don't know.
She's not
I hope
saying
she's in
competing.
on the joke and she's coming to hang out at Impact for a quick minute so we could treat her right and put her in a Hall of Fame. But otherwise, I don't know. I have very mixed feelings about this because I don't know how to take it. Like, literally, I don't know how to take it.
So what you're saying is you don't know to treat it as a tease. Like, okay, I'll compare it to like a la Eric Young last year where they teased like the mask and the cape thing or whatever with Swinger, like teasing like, oh, he's coming, you know? Or you think it might be a shot at shade on her for if she was invited and decided not to come. I take it more of a tease like she is coming.
Okay. I'll have to see if we get more, because this would be the first of those kind of teasers that we got, other than the one promoting Maclin. And so I just got to see if more pops up, and then I'll be along those lines. But I'm kind of low-key offended. There could have been better means of doing that than picking. That was such a touchy thing when it went down.
It's touchy, but I'll tell you, it got like during the watch along. Everybody was like, "What?"
Oh yeah, totally. There's gonna be some kind of pop behind. I don't know.
Oh, it was a pop. It was a pop moment, but I think it's because they respect, like obviously Gail,
right?
They all respect
Obviously,
Mickie.
they wouldn't.
So I don't think they're doing that. And I think if you get further into the NWA stuff, they don't have a roster for the most part. So they're going to need to bring in people for this show that she's producing. And there's also the whole, we can say the elephant in the room, the Kylie Ray situation, where Impact supposedly let her out of her contract to go to NWA. So there had to be a little, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. And maybe that's Mickie James.
Right, yeah.
Hey, like I said, it should be Mickie James. I'm praying it ain't Taurus. And if I jinx that, 1,000 apologies.
We're on you.
It's all on me. It's all on Jaybone. Well, and the thing is, and I know I'm skipping ahead here, but this is not the only time in the episode where the trash bag is mentioned.
Oh, it comes back later.
That's why I think it's more of a just shot at up north.
Yeah,
I think it's more of
they like the shots up north. We all like the shots up north.
Well, and the thing is, this happened to many other people before, and it hasn't come out until Mickie James
made it public.
Said she made it public, shaming the WWE. Yeah. And apparently that person got fired and then rehired.
That person already got rehired? I missed that.
It was like
I know
2
they
days.
made a big story that to fire somebody that probably didn't even know what was going on.
Trash.
I think he probably got rehired because he knows where all the bodies are buried.
They just had to save face. Oh, we'll fire. I bet you he never even got fired.
No, of course not.
Who knows?
He got a vacation.
2 days isn't enough time to get those papers shipped in a trash bag. I don't know.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's more of a shot. It's an interesting way to see a tease for somebody besides the Slammiversary promo, but knowing Impact's sense of humor in the last several months to a year, when they do throw a little shade on something horrible some other company did, it's like this. Like when they did the whole, eye for an eye. Who would do an eye for an eye thing? It's a shot. Very similar.
Oh yeah. And our good friend, the coach, he has fun with that, as Critical Sting also pointed out. Mm-hmm. The eye for eye, that's an all-time line right there.
Coach is damn good at that. He really is. So,
I don't think I highlighted this earlier, but Armin. No wonder Armin made Trent's list. The power rankings, the passion power rankings.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Bison 1, Kalon 2. That's just too funny. Tony Khan 7.
Wait, how did I come in 5th? All right, whatever.
Come on. Jaybone's got the passion.
Whatever, Armin. I'm kidding. Hey, I made the list. I ain't going to complain.
Hey, you made the list.
I made the wait, is that a good thing? All right. Because usually it's a bad thing if you make the list.
You want to be noticed. Just like I always say that with the officials. If I'm not saying your name, you're doing a good job.
You're right. All right. So
that's that segment, and we go to the main event match of the night, which is Kojima, the Bread Man, versus Rhino, War Machine Rhino. With all Violent by Design.
I need to learn more about this bread thing.
Just bake the bread.
It's so odd. Well, yeah, hell of a main event. Two guys, just two tough guys, two legends, if you want to call them. Two veterans, just knocking the hell out of each other. This was fun. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed this a lot.
Yes, and I think we were not sure if it would happen, but I think we thought we didn't know the timing of it. Like that, if they won the tag title shot, that it would be next week. I think we thought it might be Slammiversary, so I think that's why we thought maybe that wouldn't happen. But once it happens, and you're like, oh, next week, then it's like, okay, the new Kojetti, as Eddie Edwards named them, will go against Violent by Design with a new pairing defending the titles. It will be Big Joe Doering and Diener.
Yeah.
So no Rhino in this match.
Which is odd. I would have thought it would have been Rhino and Doering. But maybe that's to give Doering a break because he just got clobbered.
Well, Doering's in there, but it's Diener. So it's Rhino, I guess. I guess when you go against sorry to say, bonus baby, you did miss Kojima's rapid fire chops.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those were great.
My chest caved.
He lit him up. He really did.
And Akeem, good observation here, because we're getting this match next week, because great back and forth. Kojima does get the win over Rhino. Gets a clean win. So they get the match next week. But right here, there's Akeem's comment. He thinks we'll get VBD versus Finjuice at Slammiversary. Mm-hmm. Could you see the return of Finjuice? They are the former tag team champions.
They are. I don't know. What do you think, Alicia?
I guess I just assumed with them being done with the championships that they were just kind of done. Their small run was over. So I guess it wouldn't be bad if they came back. Our tag team division's kind of lacking in that sense, but otherwise, I say bring on new people.
Well, yeah, it's like I saw some kind of picture of Kojima right before he arrived. I don't know if it was on his own social media or what, but he took a picture in front of the Slammiversary, like back, like on the stage with the Slammiversary big promotional, on the screen behind him. So I assumed that he was going to be at Slammiversary. So
he still might be.
Oh,
he might be a tag team champion.
He certainly could be. He certainly could be. I mean, I just thought that him and Eddie would be getting the match at Slammiversary. So, I mean, who knows? I just didn't think it was going to happen this early. But there's still a month to build. So there's
still
plenty,
a month to build.
There's plenty of time, whether they win or lose, plenty of time for Kojima and or Eddie to get involved.
Just like Oreo gets involved.
Yes, of course she does. It's all about her.
Yes, right. But Ref Daniel here mentioning that the Thursday before Slammiversary, OVW TV will be taping for anyone that's making the trip out there. Sadly, Daniel Spencer, I cannot make that one because I'm already committed to go to a promotion up in Michigan. I'm hitting that Thursday to see Joe Doering, Diener, and Rhino, BBD in action with a few other Impact stars and one Johnny Bravo, I believe. So sadly,
what company is that?
That is, it's a good question, Jaybone, you got for me there. It is, let me get it right because I don't want to get it wrong. Insane Wrestling Revolution in Michigan. Slowpoke will also be there. So nice. I'll be checking that out, but definitely get to OVW shows. I've been to, I guess, 2 of them so far. When they were running on Tuesdays, now they made the move to Thursday. So I'm sure I'll get there again. I just got to figure out like a trip, and then it'll probably be like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday venture out to the Midwest.
Now, is that in Detroit? Where is that?
That's outside of Detroit. It's in Monroe, Michigan.
Oh,
I just choose to go to shows, and I don't even know really where I'm going, but I'll drive there.
I was going to say, I wonder if I could take the ferry across Lake Michigan and get there.
Maybe. I think it's on the side closer to me. Like it's like closer Michigan than farther Michigan.
Oh,
okay. So you're probably closer to Western Michigan. I think this might be Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, I don't want to drive across another state then. I just know from personal history, driving across Wisconsin is tough enough. So
now I will say this because I know some OVW talent. Our good friend Jesse, the man Goddards, he's showing up at a show in Du Bois, Pennsylvania, near Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Is Ref Daniel coming out for that show? I don't know because I know there's a couple. I think one of the security guards, Luscious Larry, he's making the trip also with Jesse because it's slightly promoted by OVW.
Larry's wrestling the guy from Milwaukee.
Yes.
David Hero's boy.
Yes. He's
Cal
there
Hero. I saw that on Cal Hero's.
Well, you know what? Just because I do this, I'll do this right now. While we're doing the show, because I know when I looked yesterday, because I didn't have any shows, there were 2 front row seats still for that show. If there is at least 1 front row seat, I will purchase it right now because not only they will be there, but Daniel Spencer will be there. So I will drive 4.5 hours to go see all those fellas.
Nice. Cal's a lot of fun to watch. He's really a fun. I want to apologize, Daniel Spencer. I have not seen his OVW stuff, but I did see his in-ring wrestling debut a couple of years back, or 3 years ago now, I guess it is. Holy crap. At Blizzard Brawl, he tagged with Al Snow against, oh gosh, I can't remember who it was. I apologize. I had a few beers that night, but he had a great match for an in-ring debut. Yeah.
All right, but that's so we obviously at this point we had that match over, so we go into the final segment, which is we get Sami broke in the security. I got to point out they didn't do a good job.
Never do.
So Sami got on in there, is in the ring with his mic. He's calling for, one, and then we get all the security guys. Yeah. But then Coach comes out and says, go. I got it handled. And he's talking sense. He's like, Sami, don't act this way. You're making Don's point by acting like this. So he ICUs poof out of there. So then who comes? Only one man comes at this point to the show, and that is
Jackal.
That's this guy right here, bro.
Wish I'd thought of
that. So we get Don, and Don's coming out. We're not sure. Like at first, it's like, okay, Don's coming out. Is he the Anthem guy? Maybe he's the Anthem guy. Maybe this was all. Who knows? So he comes out. They start kind of bickering, and then who shows up?
Another stooge.
Another stooge.
Sadly, I understood about half of that.
Tommy Dreamer. So it's at first, it's like, I think if you go back and see my reaction, I may have said something like, "Oh no," I think it was something like that, because I think it may have been mentioned. I think that was a possibility we were going over, but it's like. And you look at what Tommy's been doing. He was inserting himself in matches. He was doing this. Him and Scott kind of weren't seeing eye to eye on some stuff. Yeah. So it's like, that could happen. And that is obviously what happened here. And at first, he comes out. He says he is. That's who Anthem said. It was Tommy Dreamer. So is he the EVP via the show? Maybe. I don't know that. Right now, he's just the Anthem representative. But he has authority over all of Impact Wrestling right now.
Well,
he is the authority figure.
Well, I don't think it's necessary. I think it's more he's, for lack of better words, I'll say, just he's the man with the message. He had the meeting with Anthem. Anthem sent him with the message from the upper board of Anthem.
Okay,
that's how I determined it, or that's how I interpreted it, excuse me. That it's just Tommy's the man with the message. You know, don't kill the guy with the message.
Don't kill the guy with the message.
Yeah.
So he goes over that, but at first it seems like, and Don's playing it up like, oh, he's talking about Scott D'Amore because he's too close to the talent. And then Scott threw off his glasses during one part. I don't know where they went. He got so angry, he just tosses his glasses. His spectacles. He needs to see with them, Jaybone. So
how's he going to coach?
I don't know how he's going to coach.
But I want to ask Alicia: is that how you interpreted it? That Tommy Dreamer is just the guy that sent with the message because he had the meeting with Anthem?
Yeah, right. That would make sense. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. What is that?
I don't think will he become more of an authority figure after all this? Possibly. Because he is one of the higher like producer guys backstage. Yeah. But just for storyline purposes, I think it could happen, but I'm not, I don't want to look that too far. I don't want to assume anything.
I want to see more.
Right.
So yeah, that's kind of how it. So he reveals that, but we're led up to believe maybe because Don's saying, "Sorry, Scott, you got too close. It's on you." But he does not fire Scott D'Amore. He fires Don Callis.
What?
Yes. He says, Don, you're fired. Never heard that before.
You're fired. I'm almost kind of surprised he didn't say it like that, because I would have fell out of my damn chair if my cat's looking at me right now like, what the fuck? Exactly. No, Oreo, you're not fired. Daddy loves you. No, this was great. I loved how Scott D'Amore was like overreacting because he thought it was about him because Tommy Dreamer was so focused on him, and the whole time Don Callis is patting him on the back like, "You'll find something else. You'll be fine." It's like,
jeez.
We will never be friends.
Yeah. What an ass. What an ass of a guy. And then Don Callis gets the act. What'd you think, Alicia? What'd you think of this segment?
I missed the last 2 minutes of it.
Oh no.
But otherwise, I mean, I think it's heading. What I did see of it, I think they're setting up some pretty cool shit here. I mean, granted, I'm a little disappointed with who the main character is. Again, Sammy's well overdue for a good title run, so fingers crossed he's our guy to take that belt back.
Hell yeah.
And it's 1-on-1, so Kenny would have to lose. So
has to. Stefan's
that would be
boycotting
the ultimate
Impact
rub
because
for
he's
Sammy.
so mad about.
Oh, and here's friend of the show, David Panzer. To quote the throwing off of the glasses made the whole segment. Yeah, Coach losing his mind. He was just because he thought it was. I mean, he pulled it to Neil. He thought it was all about him.
Of the Twitch clip we get a lot, Team Canada when he gets cuffed.
And cuffed. He starts.
And he's like, it's very reminiscent of that. We had it in him. But then, so Don goes off stage in a puff. He's talking about trash bags. He's going all over the place. He's just. I'm sure there's a lot of gold I missed at the end as he's walking off because he's yelling all kinds of absurdities.
I think Dreamer said something to him. Like
Dreamer
that.
saes that. And he's
like,
responding.
You'll probably find a trash bag with your name on it in the back.
But as he's going off, he runs into Sammy backstage.
The bull crap.
And Sammy's like, at first Don's like, hey, oh. He's like, I don't think that's effective yet, that firing. But he's like, oh no, I'm not gonna hurt you, Don. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm gonna make you watch as I beat your boy Kenny. So then obviously right after the show ends, they announce it. The match is back on. 1-on-1, Slammiversary, main event. The draw. Sami Callihan challenges Kenny Omega.
And while you're saying that, I'm just clicking on the roster section of the site here. Thank you, Oreo, for showing yourself off there again. Checking the old roster Rooney here just to see if our boy Sammy is
back. Has he been reinstated?
Back. He is on the roster page. Oreo, would you quit jumping in front of me? Yes, there's Sam Beal, Sami Callihan, and Scott D'Amore. Yes. Oh, nice. And a Maclin has been added. Steve Maclin.
Nice.
He is right after Shira.
That's
cool. All right. Okay. All is good in the world.
All is now right. All is now right.
See, now it's interesting though. James Storm is still on there. Interesting.
Well, remember, James Storm was written off with an injury. There was nothing saying he left.
Yeah, this is true. It was just like, out indefinitely. So
yeah.
Who knows? So, yeah, Don Callis officially got. Now, he is going to stay on camera with Kenny Omega. Like, he's announced
he's definitely at
for the
Slammiversary.
match.
Yeah, he's definitely announced with Don Callis. The question is, do we not see him till Slammiversary? Will we see him with the Good Brothers? Will you see him, I assume, this Friday? Will you see him tomorrow night? Jaybone.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You know, and I feel bad. I didn't even watch the last episode and or review it. So, oh, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. Because, yeah, we still got the Good Brothers. We'll see what happens with them. If there's going to be anything with the Good Brothers and Don, because it needs some.
It smells like beer, sweat, self-tanner, and baby oil, brother.
Amazing.
That was a fun interview. No, Armand, Jason Page is not on the roster page, but Sam Beal has been added. So that's a great sign that he's sticking around, at least for this storyline. I mean, I legit feel like he's a person that they can build. And if they're going to build him, who else than Brian Myers to do it?
They put a lot of time already in the Sam Beal.
Oh, yeah.
I can't imagine he's going anywhere.
I'm digging this. Good for him. And that's also, like, I've said this about AEW, you know, it's not just about bringing in people that get canned from WWE. You have to build stars. And look, in Impact Wrestling has certainly been good at that over the last handful of years. We've seen that during the, I guess it's the end of the Golden Bookers now with Don Callis being gone now. But, you know, during this time of Callis and D'Amore being together, they've brought in a ton of talents and made them stars. And yeah, they may have gone to what they think is greener pastures, but hey, that's the wrestling business. People jump all over
That's
the place.
show business, kid.
Yeah, exactly. That's the biz.
That's the biz.
That's the biz.
Yeah.
But hey, as Brian Myers said, you can't do this for your intro.
No more of that.
Oh God! Don't even get me started on that.
So yeah. Well, no, I mean we're letting you know that he's not doing that anymore.
No. I know, but I'm saying
That's from the coach.
even though he's not
Coach
doing
Myers.
it,
Coach
doesn't
Myers.
negate the fact that he did for a while. But that's besides the point.
Is that hair gel? All right. Anyways,
He's the Perminator. Come on.
Is that what they're
Wait. There's only one Perminator on this show.
Disco fever, disco fever, disco fever. Yeah.
There can be only one.
And with a hot and humid Chicago, I'm sure his hair is just all
He was
over
in the
place.
pool.
Yeah.
No water in the pool, Jaybone.
Oh, yeah. Well, especially if he's, jumping out of his, palatial estate. It's quite the drop. I mean, I was at his place once, and I was looking down at the pool, and it's a good 5 to 6 story drop down into the pool. That'd be a hell of a jump.
AKA the pool's not deep enough to land safely.
You need a deep pool for that. Deep.
Yeah.
Real deep.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Belly
so that
flop.
was tonight's show.
That's it. So how about let's get some plugs in. Alicia, where can people find you?
You can find me only on Instagram and Twitter under the handle Alicia BKK. See, just a B instead of a BEBEE. Just B.
No Bumblebee? No Bumblebee?
No bumblebees.
Jaybone, let us know where they can find you everywhere in the world of social media.
Yeah, you can find me on that Twitter box at Jaybone5150. That's JAYBONE 5150. I haven't plugged that one in a while. I usually talk about the Smash This podcast, and that's on YouTube and Twitch and all the socials, the Instanet, the Twitter box, and the Facepotch. And for your bone on the go, the audio portion of Smash This Podcast is on anchor.fm/Smash This Podcast.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. You can find me mainly on the Twitter at my name, William M. Gardner. Same on the Instagram. There may not be pictures at some point. We'll see what happens. And then you can find our show at We Talk Impact. on the Twitter, on the Instagram, Total Nonstop Impact, I believe. So either Total Nonstop Impact, We Talk Impact, everywhere social media is found. Obviously, Twitch, subscribe, follow, like, hit that on YouTube, hit the like button, follow, get the notifications for when we're live, bringing you the content. We now have the Patreon. You can join the Patreon. Special shows every week for just Patreon with the Sunday dinner and all other kinds of things going on there. Watch alongs, other reactions after dark, and it gets saucy after dark, Jaybone. Who knows? You can find out about Jaybone's thoughts on OnlyFans. Only Jaybone can give thoughts on OnlyFans.
Oh, dear God.
You got to be there for that.
Was I sober for that?
I do not know. But definitely check that out. Pro Wrestling Tees. You can hop on there, get the Alan Mike shirt, the classic throwback, all the stuff there. Discord link below. Definitely check out the Discord because that's hopping a ton lately. Check that out, and then obviously find us where all the podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, you can find us. What's that? What Trent usually does that. I butcher that. That's what Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, Amazon Music, blah 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 blah. So like wherever
all
you find a
stuff
podcast.
and things.
Hey, wait!
All this
Somehow he got in before
What?
the show ended. I was hoping it happened. Bring him in.
Oh my God!
Oh, are you guys still on the air? Are we still on the airwaves?
We are on the air.
Barely.
Your old pal Scumbag here live from the Taco Bell drive-thru.
You know Trent.
Get me a crunch wrap.
Trent played hooky and ate Mexican food today.
I'm here. No, I just got out of work, man. We're on the late night shift here, man.
You literally just got out of work.
Oh, you're right. We did go. You just made it because we did close in 2 hours. If we ended a little earlier, we weren't going to make it.
Jaybone, what kind of hat are you wearing? Never mind. That's beside the point. I'm here for your Scumbag of the Week. That's how we're close. Am I here in a timely fashion? You guys about to go off the air?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Perfect. Scumbag of the Week.
Where's Trent and cousin Oliver, the other guy? Where are they?
Trent took the night off. He had some stuff going on. He had.
We did see him. He made a brief appearance, a cameo.
Yeah. He did pop in. Mark, I was under the weather or something's going on. I don't know.
Mark's in the treehouse. Let's get it right. Mark's.
Yeah.
Who booked this? Oh, it never gets old. But no, I am here for your Scumbag of the Week. I told you I was going to stick to it until I can come back to time, so I'm going to commit to that. I was able to catch some of the show live at work, and I was hard thinking while I was mopping floors at work about who the Scumbag of the Week is going to be, and it seemed unanimous from everybody that it's got to be Don Callis.
It does.
I thought about it, and Don Callis, wrong. It's got to be Tommy Dreamer for firing Don Callis.
Oh!
Because Don Callis is an upstanding citizen. He's a great employee. He's done great things for Impact Wrestling in and out of the ring. He is a fantastic employee. Tommy Dreamer is Scumbag of the Week for firing Don Callis. And while I'm at it, might I add, Tommy Dreamer needs to do something with that hair. That is a horrendous haircut. He looks terrible. And I know a thing or two about good haircuts. You guys remember when I thought I would look like Ace Austin? And
I remember that.
I know a thing or two about
the image is seared into my mind.
Ace Austin or Taya Valkyrie?
That was the price. You shut up. You shut up. You shut up. That was the Tommy Dreamer is Scumbag of the Week for firing the great Don Callis.
Wow. What a scumbag!
It's official.
That's it. But
Kyle's word is final.
Crickets. No, it's tough to argue. I think the fandom. What do you people in the chat still hear?
Well, I can't.
You made it through.
I'm in the Scummobile, which, by the way,
we're
running on E-Pal. We're on.
I think we may have. We'll try. I think the last host might be checking in. Let's see if he's. I don't know if it's going to be there. Uncle Mark, can you hear us? Or Uncle Oliver, as the scumbag called him.
Cousin Oliver.
Cousin Oliver.
Frozen free.
He might be
I think,
frozen.
I think he's having. I think
Oh,
he's
wait,
having
hold on,
Wi-Fi
hold on.
issues.
Internet trouble.
Yeah, I think he was trying, but I saw an image, so I
Now
want to
I
give him a
want
shot.
Taco Bell, Kyle. What the fuck?
Hey,
That's
I
just
helped out,
cruel.
but you live in Jersey.
That is,
I don't even live close to any open fast food place. Period. So even if I wanted to,
Out in the woods.
I gotta. If I want
Alicia.
Taco Bell, I gotta drive like a half hour.
So Tommy Dreamer for scumbag. Wow.
Tommy Dreamer is scumbag of the week for firing Don Callis, the great Don Callis.
I'll tell you, I think you'd be surprised at the amount of people that are probably going to agree with the scumbag here.
I don't know. It seemed like everybody was saying, "Oh no, scumbags." It's got to be Don Callis. It's got to be Don Callis.
for firing Sammy, but Sammy's not fired anymore. He would have been before the show started, but he's not anymore.
I'm partial to Sammy. All right, he's so.
I was supporting Sammy
50-50 with me.
Yeah,
Sometimes
Sammy's
he's
back.
Sometimes he's a piece of garbage.
Especially when he kicks Trent out of his own band. That's not good.
Actually, I do love Sammy for that.
Yeah, it was an
I love him
improvement.
for that. HEMI is a shitty band. HEMI is a shitty band.
Wow.
For sure.
Good stuff.
Oof.
But all right, guys, close us out, JT. This is so lost without Trent. Set up the plugs. Do what you do.
Oh, we already did the plugs. You got here post
We
plugs.
just gotta sign off now.
Plug yourself, Kyle. Let them know where they can find
Follow
you.
me, KL on the mic on Twitter. I better get my toilet ready because I'm about to get some Taco Bell. You guys have a good night. I'm about to get
Thanks, Kyle. All right, he's gone. He's ready to go destroy
Oh,
his
there we go. There was Mark. Phone wasn't cooperating.
Phone wasn't cooperating.
Fuck your phone,
Well,
Mark.
Oh.
The
Couldn't have said it
phone
better
should
myself.
visit the bell after what happened there.
Oh,
and we know where that is.
In my ass.
Even with this ending, we're still under 2 hours.
Right?
See?
We still
It
got
was
8
well
minutes.
thought out.
We still got 8 minutes to fuck around. No, let's get out of here.
It's the ended under 2 hours, crew.
That's right.
Of course.
We came here on a mission from a wrestling god, and we accomplished it.
Is that what it's?
That's what it
Wish
is.
I'd thought of that.
That's the scumbag of the week. No, it's not.
Almost. We thought.
Wait. We have to end with an image on our picture of the scumbag of the week, as said so by the one and only scumbag himself.
Sadly, understood about half of that.
Tommy.
And on that note,
Good night, guys.
See ya.
we will see you. Let's see. Is there something going on? No, there's nothing going on this weekend. All right.
We'll see the Patreon
on
Sunday
the flip
night.
side. Oh no.
Oh yeah, there's Patreon stuff coming up sometime this weekend. We'll work it out between me and Mark and
Yeah, the show schedule
Brock, yeah.
is that Tuesday throwback show. Then obviously next week, same place, same time, co-stream, Twitch, then YouTube, Twitch for the post show, and that's about all that needs to be said. Other than
they can't forget Team UK.
And Team UK Wednesday afternoons with the Bison, the Joker, and Simply Steve.
Yes.
The Quickie crew.
The Quickie crew. There we go.
Quickie crew.
That's
All right.
what we were
Hey.
dubbed in the chat.
Oh, that was Jaybone's nickname in high school. Oh.
Did it do?
Oh God.
Come on, man. We're really real this time, though. Good night.
For reals.